At the beginning of the drama, we see the female lead, Ning, who is a chef. Her mom has arranged a blind date for her today, and she is getting ready to go. Her friend Xia Tian comes to pick her up, and Ning asks her about her outfit. How does this look? So Xia Tian tells her, "You look like a cucumber," and makes a little fun of her by calling it funny. Then we see the male lead, Hao Qian, who is a businessman. He is on his way to meet his client, and Ning is walking down the street when she notices a parked car. She goes up to it and starts cleaning her teeth in its mirror. Hao Qian is in that car and seeing Ning rolls down his mirror. Seeing this, she gets a little embarrassed and starts praising his car. Then she leaves. Seeing the color of her dress, Hao Qian also says, "Cucumber." Then he arrives to meet his client and talks to them about business. And Ning also arrives at her blind date. The boy is flirting with her when Ning looks closely into his eyes. Here we find out that Ning has a power that allows her to know about anyone's past memories. When Ning looks into his eyes, she learns about his past, that he is a playboy who used to flirt with many girls. He was forcing his girlfriend, who was pregnant, to have an abortion. Then Ning asks him about his girlfriend. Did she have an abortion, or did she give birth to your baby? Hearing this, he is completely shocked, thinking, how did Ning find out about my girlfriend and child? He doesn't reply. But as Ning starts to leave, he insults her badly. In anger, Ning hits him back, but this was all her imagination. She doesn't do anything like that. After learning his truth, she sits there quietly. She starts praising him and then asks to pay the bill. She orders the most expensive dishes in the restaurant and then leaves, making an excuse to go to the washroom. The hotel staff prepares the food and brings it to the boy. But the boy asks to return the food, but they refuse. When he sees the bill, he is stunned. Meanwhile, in the elevator, Ning is bad-mouthing the guy. Just then, Hao Qian arrives, so she stands in the corner. She gives him a smile, but Hao Qian says nothing. Then she starts singing a song, so Hao Qian calls her mentally ill. Suddenly, the elevator stops, which distresses Ning, and she starts calling for help. The elevator then starts to shake, so she strikes a pose and tells Hao Qian to do the same, but he doesn't react at all. Then the elevator lights also go off, which scares Ning even more, and she grabs onto Hao Qian. He tells her to stay away from him and pushes her away, but she clings to him again. Just then, the elevator opens, and seeing the people standing in front, they both get very embarrassed and come out. Coming outside, Hao Qian starts to vomit because he was allergic to a female's touch. And Ning comes to him and asks, "Are you okay?" He tells her, "Stay away from me." And Ning thinks that maybe he is very scared. That's why she leaves. Then Hao Qian gets into his car, and just then, he gets a call from the chairman. He goes to meet them. The chairman talks to him about business, and then as Hao Qian is about to leave, the chairman asks about his mom. But he didn't want to talk about them and also forbids them from asking about them. After he leaves, the chairman starts looking at his family photo. Then we see Ning, who is sneaking into her house, but her mom catches her and starts hitting her because she went on the blind date, but she ruined that date. Mom wanted Ning to get married as soon as possible. Mom starts running after her, but Ning locks the door. As Mom opens the door, Grandpa is also with her. Mom still starts to beat her, but Grandpa saves her and takes her away from there. Then Ning comes to the washroom and is thinking about her dad. Her dad used to tell her about Prince Charming. And Ning also thinks, "I will also find my prince someday." Just then, her mom opens the door, and they both start fighting in the toilet. Then we see Hao Qian at the club, where he is with his friend Yiming. Seeing Hao Qian upset, his friend asks him, "Did any girl touch you today?" But Hao Qian refuses to talk about it. Just then, two girls come there and try to talk to Hao Qian and also ask him to drink with them. But Hao Qian doesn't talk to them at all and stays away from them. But his friend goes to drink with them. At night, when Hao Qian is sleeping, he is having some nightmares about his past, which scares him a lot. His head starts to hurt a lot, so he takes medicine. In the morning, we see Zhao, who is a head chef, and Ning works with them. Along with them, we see the hotel manager, Lima. They both are talking when Ning comes there. So Zhao introduces them. And as soon as Ning looks into Lima's eyes, she reads her memory. She finds out that Lima lies a lot. She is 32 years old, but tells everyone she is 22. Then they leave from there. The head chef introduces Ning to the rest of the chefs. Everyone is happy to see Ning. Just then, a chef comes and tells them that Mr. Hao Qian is coming for an inspection today. Hearing this, everyone gets shocked, and Hao Qian's friend, Yiming, becomes very happy. The head chef tells everyone to relax. By then, Hao Qian arrives there. Everyone welcomes them. Seeing Hao Qian, Lima and her staff are very impressed. And Ning is cleaning when she drops a pot of stock. Everyone gets scared seeing the stock spilled on the floor. Just then, Hao Qian arrives there. Everyone stands together and hides Ning, but he still sees Ning, and he also sees the spilled stock. They are both shocked to see each other. Hao Qian calls her to his office and then fires her, and Ning asks for another chance, but he refuses. Then, Ning looks into his eyes and reads his memories and tells him that he also met the chairman and his uncle today. Hearing this, he is completely shocked and asks, "How did you know all this?" Just then, the head chef comes there, and Ning leaves. The head chef starts requesting Hao Qian to give Ning another chance. Ning changes her dress and is about to leave, so everyone else starts asking her about it, so she says, "The boss has fired me. But before leaving, I have to do something." Then she makes noodles. The other people taste it and say that it is made very well. Then Ning is about to leave. Just then, the head chef goes there and tells her that he has convinced the boss to give Ning another chance. Then Ning makes noodles and takes them for Hao Qian. When he eats the noodles, he is very shocked because they were exactly the same noodles that his grandma used to make and feed him. They used to be Hao Qian's favorite, but after his grandma's death, Hao Qian never ate such noodles. But when Ning made exactly the same noodles, Hao Qian starts asking her, "How do you know the recipe for the noodles? How did you make it?" And Ning also knew whom he had met today, and she knew the recipe for his favorite noodles. That's why Hao Qian starts asking her, "Are you a spy? Where did you get my information from?" And Ning explains to him that she hasn't done anything like that. She is not a spy, but he is not understanding, so Ning tells him, "I can read people's memories." But he does not believe this at all. And Ning also tells him about himself, that he is allergic to a female's touch. If any female touches him, he starts to vomit. Hearing this, Hao Qian is even more surprised. He did not believe this at all. He asks her to prove her point and takes her outside. They see on the road that an old lady was standing with a police officer. That lady couldn't remember her house. And Ning looks into her eyes and finds out where she lives. That's why she tells the officer, "I will drop them off at their home, because I know their home." Then she takes that old lady to drop her at her home. For this, the old lady's son thanks Ning and also gives her some money. Ning takes that money and gives it to a poor man. Ning also knew everything about that poor man. She also tells Hao Qian about them, but he was still not sure about her memory reading ability. Then we see Hao Qian's mom, who is having dinner at her business partner's house, and she also talks about Hao Qian's marriage with their daughter so that their business can benefit. Hao Qian brings Ning to a restaurant. There, Ning also tells Hao Qian about the love life of the couple sitting in front of them. Then Hao Qian says, "For now I'll believe you, but I'll keep testing you." She gets very happy about this, but now she also asks him not to tell anyone else about her memory reading secret. Then we see Ning's mom and her grandpa. Mom and grandpa were talking about Ning's marriage. All the girls in their neighborhood have gotten married, and their moms always keep asking Ning's mom when Ning will get married. This is why Ning's mom is very worried and wants Ning to also find a boyfriend soon and marry him. Then we see Yiming and Hao Qian. Yiming's dad had sent him here to study, but he was working in a restaurant here. Hao Qian tells him, "If your dad ever asks me about this, I will not help you." So Yiming says, "I like to cook, so I want to become a chef because I can cook well. That's why you should also support me." Then he starts asking about Ning. "You fired her, so how is she coming back to the job again?" So Hao Qian says, "She has talent, so I gave her another chance." Then we see Ning's best friend, Xia Tian, who has come to meet a person for a job, but that person starts misbehaving with her. That's why she gets up to leave, but he still grabs her hand and stops her and says, "Many girls like you are dreaming of spending the night with me, but I am giving you this chance, so you are showing attitude." Xia Tian says, "I don't want this chance," and starts to leave, but he starts forcing her, but Xia Tian was not a weak girl. She beats him up right there. Yiming, standing outside, is also watching her and is very impressed by her. Xia Tian walks out of that room in front of him, and he is smiling, looking at her. Then we see Xia Tian with Ning. They are both sitting somewhere and eating. Just then, Hao Qian calls Ning, and she immediately goes there. He gives Ning a contract which stated that Ning would help him remember those memories of his that he no longer remembers. And in return, Hao Qian will give her a good amount of money. Ning also doesn't find anything wrong with this, so she also agrees. The next day, some people come to Hao Qian's hotel. They order the most expensive dish there and then say, "All the dishes are very bad, their taste is not good at all." The manager tells the chef to cook again. They are served the hotel's best dishes again, but they don't like those either, and they start arguing about it. They order food in such an expensive hotel, and they don't even get good service here. All the chefs come there. The manager starts saying sorry to them, but Ning, looking into their eyes, understands their intention, that they are Hao Tian's enemies and want to ruin his hotel's reputation to take revenge on him. When she talks about this in front of everyone, they are also very surprised. Just then, Hao Qian comes there and tells the head chef, if these people don't like your food, then you cook again, and it will be given to all the people who have come here. If all the people like that food, and only you people don't, then it means that these people's tongues have a problem. It's not the hotel staff's fault. The head chef cooks again, and all the other people in the hotel like the food very much, and those two people are punished for wasting so much of the hotel's food. Because of Ning, Hao Qian was able to know the intentions of those two people today. So he thinks of using Ning's memory reading power in his business. He doesn't tell Ning about this and takes her to meet his business partner. There, Hao Qian has dinner with his other partners, but Ning is very hungry, and he doesn't even ask her about dinner. That's why, while coming from there, Ning fights with him a lot. You should have asked me to eat once. I have been hungry since morning too. Just then, a truck comes in front of Hao Qian, so Ning grabs him and moves him aside. But because of her touch, Hao Qian starts to vomit. Then we see Xia Tian, who has got a small role in a movie. She is shooting for it, where the main lead will slap her, and she has to fall into the water. But since it's the winter season, it was very difficult for Xia Tian to do this scene. Also, the main lead didn't like Xia Tian at all, so she was doing this scene wrong every time, which caused Xia Tian to fall into the water repeatedly. Yiming was also standing there, and he was feeling very bad for Xia Tian. The last time Xia Tian falls into the water, she was so tired that she didn't have the strength to get up from there again. Yiming quickly goes and brings her out of the water, and Xia Tian says thank you to him. Then we see Hao Qian, who has brought Ning to the mall. There, he selects a beautiful black dress for her. Someone also tells Hao Qian's mom and his uncle about this. Hao Qian is living with a girl these days. His mom is very shocked by this because Hao Qian never even let any girl come near him. Mom asks that person to keep an eye on both of them. When Ning finds out that Hao Qian wants to use her power for his business, she gets angry with him and also asks to end her contract with him because Ning was only going to help him remember his lost memories. Hao Qian should do business according to his own ways. Hao Qian says, I have used your power in business, but this was just for once. I made a contract with you only to get back my lost memory. But now Ning doesn't believe him and leaves from there. The next day, Hao Qian comes again to persuade her, but Ning doesn't agree. At night, we see Yiming and Hao Qian together. Today, Hao Qian went into the metro while following Ning to persuade her, where there were many girls around him, due to which he was still vomiting. Just then, Yiming shows him a photo of Xia Tian and asks, how is this girl? So Hao Qian takes his phone and puts it in the same bucket. Yiming quickly takes his phone from him and says, I like this girl. I have fallen in love with her. So he says, you always fall in love with someone. What's the big deal in this? So Yiming says, this time the situation is different. So Hao Qian says, how is it different this time? Have you fallen in love with a boy this time? Yiming says, don't joke with me. I have to look rich in front of that girl. That's why I need a car, good clothes, a diamond ring, all these things. So you help me with this. But Hao Qian was vomiting so much that he doesn't listen to his words and gets up and goes towards the washroom from there. Last night, Hao Qian's health was very bad. So in the morning, Ning comes to his house to meet him. She had also brought porridge for him, but Hao Qian again starts talking to her about the contract, but Ning, not agreeing to this, is leaving from there. And Hao Qian comes behind her and puts his foot on her foot, due to which they both fall from the stairs. And Hao Qian also touches Ning. Then they both quickly get up and sit separately. And Ning says sorry to him and immediately runs away from there. Just then, Hao Qian remembers some memory of his past where he was lying in a forest and had an injury on his head. His friend sees him and goes to call the police. Meanwhile, Ning was leaving from there thinking, when he touched me, it felt so strange, but when I touch myself, why don't I feel that way? Then we see Yiming, who has come to the shooting site to meet Xia Tian. He had brought flowers for her, for which Xia Tian says thanks to him. Then Yiming asks her for dinner with him, but Xia Tian refuses him, saying that she has to go for a rehearsal now. But Yiming starts requesting her a lot, so she agrees and comes for dinner with him. Right there, Yiming proposes to her and talks about dating her. He says, I love you. To this, Xia Tian says, if you love me, then let's get married. Oh, hearing this, Yiming gets a little thoughtful. Xia Tian says, I am not at all interested in those relationships where people stay together for some time and then separate. Yiming had saved her. For that, she says thank you to him and leaves from there. And Yiming was sitting there thinking, for the first time, a girl has rejected me like this. My interest in her is growing even more. The next day, Yiming asks Ning at the hotel, are girls' thoughts different from their words? Like, if they like someone, can they still reject him? Ning says, I have no experience about love, so don't ask me all this. Yiming says that he has liked a girl, so he wants to take some advice. Hearing this, Ning starts looking closely into his eyes, and she finds out that the girl he is talking about is her best friend, Xia Tian. That's why she tells Yiming, the girl you are dating, you are not perfect for her because you are not her type. Hearing this, he is surprised how Ning knows her name. But then he ignores Ning and goes to another lady to take advice about love. After talking to them, he comes again to meet Xia Tian, and he had also brought a diamond necklace for her. He was thinking that Xia Tian would be impressed by seeing that diamond necklace, but that doesn't happen. Xia Tian tells him, I don't want all these things. I want a heart that has true love for me. Do you have that? Hearing this, Yiming becomes silent again. So Xia Tian gives him back his diamond necklace and leaves from there. Yiming comes to a nightclub with Hao Qian, where they also find Xia Tian and Ning, so they both go and sit with them. While leaving from there, Ning was walking on the road when a car passes very close to her, so Hao Qian grabs her and pulls her close to him so that she doesn't get hurt. Then going home, Ning is thinking about him. He is not as bad as I think about him. Then we see Xia Tian with her mom at home. Just then, some goons come there from whom Xia Tian's mother had taken a loan of 20,000 yen. They ask for their money back, but when they see Xia Tian, they tell her mom, leave your daughter with us for one night, then we will not take your loan. But Ning tells them, we will pay your money soon. They start forcing her, so she puts a knife to her neck and says, if they try to do anything wrong with her, she will kill herself. And after that, they will not get their money. And along with that, they will also have to go to jail for her murder. Scared by this, they stop and threaten them that they should get all their money back very soon. Then we see Ning at the hotel. There, the head chef is teaching everyone to make the best food. Seeing them, Ning remembers her dad. He was also a very good chef. After this, Yiming comes and starts talking to her. He asks Ning, why did Xia Tian reject me? She should at least tell me the reason. Ning says, she is not like your previous girlfriends. Don't treat her like them. She has a lot of struggles in her life. Try to understand me. True love doesn't mean putting others in trouble, but sharing their problems. And this work is not done with money. She already has a lot of problems in her life, so now please don't create any more problems. Hao Qian, standing there, is also listening to their conversation. And later, he is thinking about the things Ning said. She looks so stupid, but still, she talks so wisely. Then we see Xia Tian, who is arranging money to pay off her debt. But she doesn't have that much money, so she is very worried. When Yiming comes to know about her problem, he also tells Ning and Hao Qian about it, and the three of them come to the goons from whom Xia Tian's mom had taken the loan. Seeing Hao Qian, the goons' boss scolds his people a lot. You should not have enmity with them. He also forgives their debt, but they still give them their money back and leave from there. Yiming tells Ning, don't tell Xia Tian that I paid the 20,000 yuan debt, otherwise she will feel bad. After this, Hao Qian again talks about helping him remember his memories, so Ning says, is there no other way for this? Maybe you have a childhood friend who knows what happened to you, or a diary in which you write all this. But there was nothing like that, so Hao Qian starts to leave from there. So Ning comes and sits in the car with him. Just then, she looks into his eyes and goes into his memories where Hao Qian had a very serious head injury and he is in the hospital. Ning calls out to him, but he couldn't hear her voice. Just then, Hao Qian hears a woman screaming outside, so he gets up and goes there. He sees that a lady was crying for her daughter. Seeing her, Hao Qian faints right there. Then we see Ning in the present, where she had fallen into a very deep sleep. Hao Qian tries a lot to wake her up, but when she doesn't wake up, he takes her to the hospital. The doctor says that she has no problem. She has just fallen asleep. He is a little surprised by this. How can someone sleep so deeply? Then when Ning's eyes open, she tells him, I felt like I had gone into your memories. Hao Qian is a little surprised by this. Before Ning tells him anything further, she gets a call from her mom, and she goes to her house. The next day, there is a wedding at their hotel, so the hotel staff prepares very well. Ning is very happy to see the bride and her dad and is missing her dad a lot. After this, Hao Qian and Ning drink together. The next morning, when Hao Qian's eyes opened, he was in his room and Ning was lying next to him. When he sees that he isn't wearing any clothes, he picks up his own and immediately runs away from there. He goes to the washroom and changes his clothes. When Ning's eyes open, she is also very shocked to see herself on Hao Qian's bed without clothes. Just then, Yiming also reaches their house to meet Hao Qian, so Ning also goes and hides in the washroom with Hao Qian. When Yiming comes there, he finds Ning's bra there. But just then, Hao Qian snatches that bra from him and grabs him and takes him outside. He goes outside and starts asking Hao Qian, whose bra was that? Have you started wearing a bra? But he ignores his words and starts talking about work with him. By then, Ning puts on her clothes and quietly leaves their house. When she comes home, her mom and grandpa also start asking her where she was last night. So she says that she was with her colleague, but mom gets very excited and starts asking her, is your colleague a male? But Ning says that she is a female. Hearing this, they get very disappointed. Then we see Hao Qian, who is in a park and is thinking about An Ning. He thinks that maybe something happened between them last night because of drinking, and he is seeing An Ning there. And Ning was also thinking about the same thing. Why don't I remember anything? What was I doing in his room last night? Then Hao Qian meets An Ning, and Ning tells him, I was very drunk, so I don't remember anything. We are young, so if anything happens, I won't blame you for it, so you don't have to worry about it. But Hao Qian says, if something has happened between us, I am ready to take responsibility for it, so let's get married. And Ning says, it's a good thing that you are ready to take your responsibility, but I don't want to get married. He starts looking at her very closely and starts coming close to her to kiss. But because of the seatbelt, he can't reach her lips. Seeing this, Ning starts laughing. Then we see Ning's mom, who is still busy finding a boy for her. She tells Grandpa, I don't know what kind of partner Ning is looking for. Neither is she beautiful nor educated, nor was she born in a rich family. There's nothing special about her. If she gets married to a poor man, her life will have a lot of struggles. And if she gets a rich husband, her in-laws will look down on her. Saying this, Mom gets very worried, so Grandpa explains to her, whatever is best for her, she will surely get it. Then we see Hao Qian's dad. A person comes and tells them about An Ning. Dad says, if that girl can cure Hao Qian's allergy to female touch, then that girl will be perfect for him. If that's the case, I will get him married to her soon. That person says, seeing them together as I think they love each other very much. Hearing this, Dad gets happy and says, this has to be kept a secret. Hao Qian's mom should not find out about it. Then we see An Ning, who is sitting on the terrace. Just then, she sees her dad standing in front of her, who is talking to her, but after some time, he disappears from there. The next scene is shown of the hotel. Hao Qian's hotel's head chef was supposed to go to a cooking competition, but he got an injury on his hand, due to which he couldn't go, so he recommends An Ning in his place. An Ning is very surprised to hear this, that she has to participate in the competition in place of the head chef. She thought she couldn't do it. She would lose, but the head chef tells her that they have no other option. And Ning says, I am scared because if I lose, you all will feel bad. The head chef says, you will have to participate in such competitions sooner or later. Whatever the result is, you should at least try. If you try, I am sure that we all, and also your dad, will be very proud of you. And Ning says, I am afraid that this pride might turn into my insult. So Hao Qian tells her, if you try with all your heart, we will all be proud of you even if you lose. The head chef also asks her to believe in herself, and they both convince her to participate in the competition. Then the three of them come to the place where the competition was held. And Ning participates in the competition and then wins it too. Everyone claps for them. Hao Qian and the head chef are very happy for them. In the next scene, we see Xia Tian, who has come to a place for shooting. Just then, a person gives her a parcel and leaves, inside which there is a toy that Yiming had sent for her. When she presses that toy, it has Yiming's message, I am missing you, and don't talk too much to other boys. I am waiting for you. Seeing which, Xia Tian gets very happy. Then we see Hao Qian's mom, to whom someone brings pictures of An Ning and Hao Qian together. Mom asks, who is this girl and what does she do? So he says, she works as a chef in Hao Qian's hotel. Mom gets very angry seeing those pictures, and she says, can't he find a girl of our standard? How did he choose a chef? Then we see Hao Qian and An Ning. Hao Qian brings her a flower bouquet, and Ning asks, where did you get this from? So Hao Qian says, I prepared it myself. Did you like it? So she says, I liked it. Hao Qian says, you worked very hard to prepare for the competition. You couldn't even rest for many days, so you rest. If you want, we can stay here for a few days. So Ning says, okay, boss, as you say. So Hao Qian says, I am ordering you as a boss to kiss me. The head chef is also watching their romance there. Then Hao Tian and An Ning are standing by the lake and watching the view there. Hao Tian tells her, this place is so nice. There is so much peace here. Just thinking about the office and the work there gives me a headache. They talk for a while and then kiss each other right there. Then they come to their room to rest. In the morning, while having lunch, he tells An Ning that he will take her to a place now, and then he takes her to a wishing tree where they both write their wishes and hang them on the wishing tree. When the head chef and An Ning come back to their hotel, all the other chefs welcome them. After this, Hao Qian and An Ning meet Xia Tian and Yiming and tell them that they are in a relationship. Yiming is quite shocked to hear this, and Ning tells Xia Tian, you should think about Yiming because he really cares a lot about you. They are all talking when a girl named Angel arrives there. She tells Yiming and Hao Qian, I'm back. Seeing that girl, An Ning twists Hao Qian's hand, as if she was asking him who she is to him. Xia Tian was also looking at Yiming in a similar way, so he says, I have nothing to do with her. Then we see all of them outside the restaurant near their house. Yiming is still telling Xia Tian, I have nothing to do with that girl. So Hao Qian tells him, you should talk carefully. You don't know, but a Ning can read people's memories. Yiming is surprised to hear this, but he doesn't believe it. And Ning tells Hao Qian, Tell me about yourself. So he tells her, she is like my sister. So An Ning says, which sister writes love letters to her brother? And Ning reveals that there was a love triangle between the three of them. Yiming is quite surprised to hear this, thinking, can she really read memories? Then Ning tells Hao Qian, go home and write a 20,000-word apology letter. If that doesn't work, don't come back to me. Xia Tian also tells Yiming to do the same thing. Yiming starts writing the apology letter as soon as he gets home and tells Hao Qian, you are better at all these things, so please help me. So he says, are you really going to write such a long letter for a girl? So he says, yes, and Ning also told you to write it. To this, Hao Qian says with a lot of attitude, she can't do that. You know, girls are like children. The more you love them, the more attitude they will get. That's why I am not going to do all this. He also folds Yiming's letter and throws it away and says, if you need help writing this, search online. I am not going to do all this. Saying this, he goes to his room with a lot of attitude and then searches online and prepares a 20,000-word apology letter, meaning he was telling Yiming not to write the letter and was writing it himself. And after completing the letter, he says, I have written this with a lot of hard work. I am sure she will definitely forgive me. It's written so well. Why am I so intelligent? Saying this, he is laughing at himself. The next day, they both come there to meet their respective girlfriends. Yiming starts telling Xia Tian, I thought a lot about that letter. Think about it yourself, 20,000 words would be too much. I have nothing to do with Angel, so why should I write an apology letter? That's why I didn't write it. Xia Tian says angrily, oh, so you didn't write it. Saying this, she gets angry and leaves. So Yiming tells her, I think the more I love you, the more attitude you will get. That's why I came to tell you that I will not write the apology letter. And then he tells Hao Tian, do I look cool saying this? So Hao Tian says, why are you talking so rudely? Then he tells An Ning, I thought a lot about that. I realized that I made a mistake, so I've brought this letter for you. And he takes out the letter and gives it to her. Seeing this, Yiming is very surprised that he refused me and brought it himself. Seeing this, Xia Tian gets even more angry and leaves from there. Yiming also goes after her to persuade her. An Ning tells him, you just copy-pasted this by searching online. You didn't write anything yourself. So Hao Qian says, writing 20,000 words myself was very difficult, so I searched online and wrote it. I am serious about this. I will not make such a mistake again. But still, An Ning gets angry and leaves. So Yiming tells Hao Qian, what did you think? You would be happy after betraying your best friend? So Hao Qian says, best friends are made to be betrayed. After this, we see An Ning with her mom. Mom is about to fix another blind date for her, which she is annoyed about, so Xia Tian tells her, why don't you tell mom about Hao Qian? So An Ning says, I don't understand how to tell them such a big thing. Hao Qian and Yiming are at home when Angel comes to their house with her luggage to stay. She extends her hand towards Hao Qian, but he puts his hand in his pocket and tells his house staff to prepare a room for her where she can rest. Saying this, they both run to their rooms. Then we are shown in a flashback that Angel was sent by Hao Qian's mom to live at their house so that she could get close to Hao Qian and he would stay away from An Ning. Here, Hao Qian and Yiming come to their room and are thinking about why she has come here. Yiming says, her family lives in the US. They never came here. She must have come here for you, and I will go to my house tomorrow itself. So Hao Qian says, you are always lying around here, and now that I am in trouble, you are talking about leaving me. They both start thinking about how to send Angel away from here. Hao Qian thinks, if An Ning finds out about this, she will give me a hard time. To this, Yiming says, wow, a strong man is afraid of a girl. Then he starts talking about Xia Tian. I had crushes on many girls before, but they all just wanted my money. But Xia Tian is not like that. Whenever I see her upset, I also get upset. I want to see her happy. I want to be a responsible person for her whom she can believe in. Now I have started thinking about my future too. Maybe this is love. Hao Qian also starts talking to him about An Ning, and they are both thinking about getting Angel out of here. Angel, standing outside, also gets very upset hearing their conversation. In the morning, they both go to An Ning's house and tell them about Angel, that she has come to stay at Hao Qian's house. So we both left the house soon and will not go back until she leaves our house. Then An Ning comes to the hotel and starts working. Hao Qian is in his office when suddenly his head starts to hurt and he starts remembering the same hospital memories again. A girl had died there who had a red bracelet in her hand. He was very troubled by those memories and was thinking, is it my fault in all this? Then we see Hao Qian's mom, who has come to meet An Ning. She tells An Ning, my son always chooses ordinary things and is happy in them, but I am his mom. I know him. So An Ning says, do you really understand him well? What have you done for him in these 20 years? When he was sick in bed, where were you? Have you ever taken care of his needs? Hearing all this, Mom gets angry at her. Mom had come to talk to An Ning about staying away from Hao Qian, but she scolds her and leaves from there. Then An Ning comes to the hotel and is doing her work when Hao Qian comes to meet her. He tells her that he has remembered some of his memories again, and Ning looks into his eyes, and she again goes into his memories, and Hao Qian's head also starts to hurt badly. And Ning sees in his memory that some boys are trying to rape a girl. Hao Qian comes there to save that girl, so those boys start beating him, due to which he faints right there. After this, she sees Hao Qian in the hospital. She thinks, how did he come here? But Hao Qian had fainted at that place, so he doesn't know who brought him to the hospital, and this is not in his memory either. So An Ning also doesn't find out about it. She again sees Hao Qian lying in that forest where he was lying unconscious, and the girl whom Hao Qian had come to save was leaving him in that condition and saying, Hao Qian, I hate you. And Ning thinks Hao Qian had come to save her, so why is she leaving him like this? Then she regains consciousness and tells Hao Qian, don't worry, whatever happened there was not your fault. Whatever Ning had just seen in his memories, Hao Qian also remembered. Hao Qian says, I was afraid that I might have done something for which I could not be forgiven. She says, now there is no need to be afraid. You are a good person. You can never do such a thing. On the other side, Xia Tian and Yiming were sitting and talking. Xia Tian was praising an actor, which was making him very jealous. Just then, Xia Tian gets a call from the hospital, and she leaves from there. Here, Hao Qian and An Ning were sitting and talking about how An Ning can go inside his memories. This had never happened with her before. Xia Tian and Yiming come to the hospital. Xia Tian's mom is very sick. The doctor tells them, there is nothing to worry about. She will get well soon. Here, Hao Qian's dad was talking to him about An Ning. He invites An Ning to his house for dinner and tells Hao Qian to bring her with him. Hearing this, he is quite shocked at first. How does he know about An Ning? Dad says, now you have grown up, you should think about your married life. Hao Qian agrees to this and says that he will introduce her to them soon. Then we see An Ning, whom her mom has forcibly sent on a blind date again. She was sitting there just wishing that Hao Qian wouldn't see her coming here, and Ning was sitting there waiting for her blind date, who was very late. But when he comes, and Ning is also very surprised to see him because he was quite a gentleman and had also brought flowers for her. He first says sorry to Ning for being late, then he also gives her those flowers. Ning is surprised and asks him, how do you know that I like lily flowers? So he says, my secretary gave them to me, so I brought them for you. And Ning says thank you to him. He again starts saying sorry for being late and says, while coming here, I saw that an old lady had an accident on the road. I sent her to the hospital, that's why I got a little late. Then they both start talking. And Ning was talking to him with a lot of laughter when Hao Qian comes there. Seeing him, her laughter stops. She also puts the flowers aside and stands up. Just then, Angel also comes with Hao Qian. Seeing her with Hao Qian, An Ning starts staring at him. Angel and the boy who had come on a blind date with An Ning today knew each other, so they start talking. And Hao Qian grabs An Ning and takes her away from there. Hao Qian's dad was talking to his mom that An Ning would be good for Hao Qian. He is happy with her, so for his happiness, we should get them married. But mom was not agreeing at all. She didn't like An Ning at all. She wanted to get Hao Qian married to a girl of her standard. That's why she says, I will never give permission for Hao Qian to marry An Ning. In the next scene, we see An Ning, who is sitting alone in a place and thinking about the things Hao Qian's mom said. Hao Qian's mom had told her, we have a son, all my property will be his, and that's why you are with him for his property. That's why they had also offered An Ning a lot of money so that she would take the money and leave Hao Qian. But An Ning doesn't do that. She says, even if you give me all the wealth in the world, I will not leave Hao Qian, because for me, that is also less. You are his mom, so I understand your concern, but I love him. The love that he never got from you. That's why I will never leave him. Saying all this, Ning leaves from there. After this, mom comes to meet Hao Qian and is also getting angry at him for this. I found such good girls for you, but why do you want to marry a girl who works in a kitchen? He says, I don't want anyone to interfere in my life or my marriage. If you consider me your son, I only expect blessings from you. If you can't even do that, please stay away from this matter. Saying this, he starts to leave, so mom again stops him and says, how can you tell me to stay away? I am your mom. So Hao Qian says, when I needed you, didn't you remember that you are my mom? In the last 10 years, you never cared for me. If I hadn't made this company so successful today, I am sure you would have refused to even consider me your son. Saying this, he leaves from there. And Ning was eating with her mom and grandpa. Mom tells her, if you don't get married this year either, then you should leave all this and get renunciation. Or else, leave this non-veggie food and prepare to become a nun. She says irritably, I am your daughter. Don't hurt my self-respect. So mom says, when you are unsuccessful in so many blind dates, where does your self-respect go? Now I have started to doubt whether my daughter was swapped with someone else in the hospital, because you are not like me at all. And Ning says, I am exactly like you. When you were young, you were exactly like me from head to toe. Grandpa also takes her side, saying, yes, I am sure she is your daughter. Mom and An Ning are eating while arguing with each other, and Grandpa is enjoying their fight. Then An Ning and Hao Qian meet. Hao Qian tells her, why didn't you tell me about this, that my mom has met you? And she is putting pressure on you to stay away from me. Why do you go to face all problems alone? You should have told me this too. An Ning says, I have handled your mom alone. It wasn't that difficult. She doesn't like me, but we both like each other. So it doesn't matter to me whether she likes me or not. Then she tells Hao Qian that now you should drop me home. It's quite late. But he wanted to spend more time with her. So he says that my fuel has run out. But An Ning says, don't joke, I have to go home. Then he kisses her and takes her phone and takes a selfie with her and puts it on her wallpaper and says that now you will always remember me. Just then, he sees that An Ning has saved his number under some auntie's name. He immediately tells her to change this name. The next morning, when An Ning is brushing, she is vomiting repeatedly. She looks at the calendar and finds that her periods are missed. Seeing this, she gets very scared and starts thinking, am I pregnant? Just then, Jia Tian comes there, who is currently living with her at her house. And Ning also shows her the date on the calendar, but Jia Tian didn't know anything. So she pushes her aside and goes to the washroom. Then, she comes to the hospital. After checking her, the doctor tells her to take care of her health, her diet, and also tells her not to take stress. Hearing all this, and Ning is confirmed that she is pregnant, and she gets even more worried and says, oh no, I am not ready for this yet. If my mom finds out, she will kill me. Then what will I do? The doctor is very surprised to hear her words and says, who said you are pregnant? Hearing this, she asks, am I not pregnant? So the doctor says, it's not like that. You are just a little unwell, so you have to take care of your health. Hearing this, An Ning feels relieved and says thank you to the doctor and leaves from there. Then when she is on her way, she remembers that night when she spent the night with Hao Qian at his house. She remembers that night they had both drunk a lot and then they started playing a game. And whoever was losing the game had to take off their clothes. In this way, they both took off their clothes while playing the game and went to sleep. Nothing else happened between them. Xia Tian's mom was sick, and she had been in the hospital for a long time, so An Ning's mom and grandpa come to meet them. An Ning is talking to Xia Tian at the hotel, and she also asks about her mom's health. Just then, we see a boy whose name is William. He is looking at An Ning very closely. When she is about to leave, he calls her by her name and then goes to her and hugs her. He was An Ning's childhood friend, who is now a very famous singer. He tells An Ning, I finally found you. Then they both go outside and talk. William says congrats to An Ning. Becoming a chef was her dream, and now she has become a chef. And Ning also says congratulations to him because he is now a superstar. But he says, I am still the same ordinary person for you that I was before. He asks for An Ning's contact number. So An Ning starts giving her contact number in his phone. Just then, she sees that his phone has An Ning's wallpaper. She is very shocked to see this. Then he takes her contact number and leaves from there. The next day, William is waiting for An Ning outside the hotel for a long time. When she comes there, he takes her to a restaurant. Someone calls Yiming and tells him that William likes Xia Tian and he is going to propose to her, so he takes Hao Qian and reaches the same restaurant. There, William announces in front of everyone, 4 years ago today, I met a girl whom I can never forget. We couldn't be together due to some reasons. I regret this a lot, but my luck was good that I met her again. That's why I brought her here. Saying this, he orders flowers. All his fans understand that he has found his love and he is going to propose to her. They are all very happy for him. Yiming was getting very angry at him because he thought he was going to propose to Xia Tian, but just then he takes An Ning's name and says that I love you. Hao Qian is very shocked to see this. Then William gets down on his knees in front of everyone and proposes to An Ning, but An Ning doesn't give any reply. She whispers something in his ear, and then they both hug each other. Hao Qian was getting very angry seeing all this. He can't control himself anymore, and they both start fighting with William. In the next scene, we see these two sitting in front of An Ning, where they both have been injured quite a bit. Just then, Xia Tian also comes there and asks An Ning what happened to these two. An Ning says that they both have fought with William. Then, An Ning tells them that when William proposed to her, An Ning had refused him by telling him about Hao Qian. But these two didn't know about this and had just gone to fight without understanding the situation. That's why An Ning tells them that they will have to apologize to William. Saying this, she leaves. But Hao Qian doesn't apologize to him, so An Ning is not even picking up his calls. After waiting for him for a long time, the next day he reaches An Ning's house with flowers and gifts and also tells their mom and grandpa that he is An Ning's boyfriend. Seeing this, they both are very shocked. Then Yiming also comes there, and Ning and Xia Tian introduce them both to their mom. And Ning's mom is very shocked to see Hao Qian. She couldn't believe that he is An Ning's boyfriend. She was thinking that An Ning had hired a model to be her boyfriend to avoid a blind date. And Grandpa was thinking, looking at him, he is as handsome as I used to be in my young age. Just his height is a little more, but he won't be as cool as me in his old age. Mom didn't believe Hao Qian, so she asks him many questions. When she is satisfied with his answers, she accepts that yes, they are really dating. They both also like Hao Qian a lot, and they are happy. Xia Tian's mom also likes Yiming. The next day, Hao Qian's mom comes to meet An Ning's mom and tells them, I have heard that your daughter has become very close to our son, but you people are not of our standard. I have talked to An Ning about this, but she didn't understand my point, so I came to meet you today. She says, I want to tell you that our family does not welcome poor and uncultured people into our family, so tell your daughter to stay away from our son. If she is with him for money, I am ready to give you as much money as you ask for. And she starts speaking very badly to An Ning's mom, hurting their self-respect, which makes An Ning's mom also angry. And she throws them out of her house and also throws the gifts they brought outside with them. After they leave, when Grandpa sees those gifts lying outside, he picks them up and brings them inside and asks Mom why she threw them outside. So she tells them about Hao Qian's mom and also that she is a very arrogant woman. Grandpa also gets angry at this and he throws those gifts outside again. But when Hao Qian comes to know about this, he comes to their house and apologizes to them. Mom tells him, your mom doesn't like An Ning. Even if she gets married to you, she will always create problems for her. But Hao Qian is ready to take her responsibility. He says, whatever sacrifice I have to make for An Ning, I am ready to do all that. Seeing all this, Mom also agrees to their marriage. After this, Hao Qian stays at her house. At night, An Ning tells Hao Qian about her sister, An Yi. In a flashback, it is shown that when An Ning was young, she could not see, and An Yi always took great care of her and loved her very much. On An Ning's birthday, An Yi gifts her a red bracelet. An Ning is sitting wearing it and is waiting for her sister, but she never comes back. In the present, An Ning says, I was told that she went out and had an accident. She was admitted to the hospital, and along with her, Mom also admitted me to the hospital, and my cornea transplant surgery was done. An Yi had died, and she had given her eyes to me. But later I found out that she didn't have an accident, but she had committed suicide. But no one knows the reason for this. Before committing suicide, she had left a note for me in which it was written, my eyes should be given to my sister so that she can live a good life, see the world. Her sudden death gave Dad a big shock. He had a heart attack, and he also died. After knowing all this, I cried a lot, and since then, I have got this power that I can see people's memories. After that, I have seen many disgusting faces of people, and Ning was crying while saying this, and Hao Qian was listening to her very attentively while sitting there. Then the next day, he takes An Ning to meet his dad. Dad is very happy to see Hao Qian because he had come to their house for the first time. And Ning promises them that now she will often bring Hao Qian here and will also come with him. After talking to Dad, An Ning says, I have to go to meet your mom too. On her saying, Hao Qian brings her to his mom's house. Hao Qian's mom and Dad's divorce had happened due to a misunderstanding. When An Ning had met Dad, she had learned these things in his memories. She talks to Mom about the same thing and also tells her about that misunderstanding and says, he still loves you very much, so you should definitely think about him. She says her things and leaves from there. After that, Mom takes out Dad's photo and starts looking at it. Then An Ning and Hao Qian start talking about getting their mom and dad back together. At home, An Ning is sitting a little worried when Xia Tian asks the reason for her worry, so she says, I have found out the reason for Hao Qian's mom and dad's divorce. She also tells Xia Tian about that reason. In a flashback, it is shown that Hao Qian's mom and dad are at a party when Dad starts having a headache, so he goes to a room to rest and falls asleep there. Just then, a lady goes and lies down with them. After some time, when Hao Qian's mom comes there and sees them both together, she gets a misunderstanding that Dad is cheating on them, and because of this, they got divorced. But there was no fault of Dad in this. But now it is very difficult to explain this to Hao Qian's mom. Just then, An Ning's mom comes there and starts taking their measurements because she wanted to make their wedding dresses with her own hands. The next day, Hao Qian does a small decoration in his house because today he was going to call his mom and dad to meet here. And Ning also comes there. She is happy to see the decoration. After some time, his mom and dad also come there. They both leave them alone to talk and go from there. Dad had a tumor, and Mom is worried about it and says, I will find a good doctor for you. You will get well soon. But Dad says, my chances of getting well are very low. Whatever time I have left, I want to spend it with you, Hao Qian, and my family. Hearing this, Mom also gets emotional. Then Mom and An Ning make dinner together, and they all have dinner together like a family. In the next scene, we see that An Ning is having lunch with some of her friends in a restaurant. All her friends are telling her about their husbands and boyfriends, but An Ning doesn't tell them about Hao Qian, even when they ask. Hao Qian is also standing a little away and listening to their conversation. He He comes and tells everyone that he is An Ning's boyfriend. His friends are very shocked to see him, that such a rich and handsome man is An Ning's boyfriend. Then he grabs An Ning's hand and takes her outside. He was very angry with An Ning, so she tells him, "Why are you so angry with me?" So Hao Qian says, "Why didn't you tell them about me? Are you ashamed to say that I am your boyfriend?" An Ning says, "What's there to be angry about? Even if I tell them, they won't believe me that you are my boyfriend." Hao Qian says, "You have accepted me, so you should accept me everywhere. In the beginning, you didn't tell your family about me, and now you don't tell your friends about me either." An Ning says, "I didn't mean it like that. We are together, so it doesn't matter whether we tell anyone or not." So he says, "But it matters to me. Since you have been with me, I tell people very proudly that you are my girlfriend, and I expect the same from you." The next day, An Ning and Hao Qian talk about this again. An Ning says, "I thought about what you said yesterday, and I think you are right." He says, "I understand it's difficult for you to blend into my lifestyle so quickly, but you should be brave and take the first step. The rest of the responsibility will be mine." Hao Qian tells about his business trip, that he has to go on a trip now. After coming from there, he will hold a press conference, and there he will also announce his marriage. He says, "Here, there I will introduce you in front of everyone." He had also got a dress ready for An Ning, which he requests An Ning to wear and come to the party. After this, we see An Ning and Xia Tian in their dance class. An Ning is very upset, so she asks her, "What happened? Did Hao Qian's mom say something to you again?" So An Ning very sadly asks her, "Do you think I and Hao Qian will be perfect for each other?" So she says, "Yes, absolutely. You two are perfect for each other." And Ning says, "I don't know why, but I always feel that I am not worthy of him. I don't know what the reason is. He loves me. His behavior with me is also very good. But still, I can't muster the courage to talk about him with the people around me. I feel very guilty." So Xia Tian tells her, "Stupid girl. If I compare you two, there is no difference between you, except that he earns more money. But look at yourself. You are beautiful, kind, and most importantly, you love him. The love that cannot be bought with money, and this is what matters the most." An Ning says, "I am not as good as you said. He has done a lot for me, but I can't do anything for him other than loving him. I have decided to marry him, so I should try my best to blend into his life. Otherwise, people will make bad comments about us behind our backs." Then Xia Tian cheers her up by talking nicely to her. The next scene shows the party where everyone has come. Xia Tian and William are shooting together, so they also come to the party together, so the reporters start asking them, "Are you two dating each other?" But Xia Tian tells them that they are just good friends. Then she asks Hao Qian, "Why hasn't Yiming come yet?" He says that he has a meeting with an investor and won't be able to come. Then he asks about An Ning. Why hasn't she come yet? So Xia Tian says in surprise, "Is it true that she hasn't come yet? She had left the house in the morning itself. I thought you had picked her up." Just then, An Ning makes her entry. All the guests were very surprised to see her. They thought she might be an actress. Hao Qian is very happy to see her and goes and stands next to An Ning. Everyone starts looking at them and clicks their pictures. Just then, An Ning proposes to Hao Qian for marriage. She says, "Are you ready to be my partner? I want to spend my life with you, and the responsibility of your happiness will be mine from you." Hao Qian says yes and holds her hand. Then they dance together. Now everyone in the company also knows that Hao Qian and An Ning are dating. Then, after coming from there, An Ning and Xia Tian both go for wedding shopping. From there, Hao Qian picks them up and takes them to his house. Coming home, the four of them play chess together. Whoever was losing in it had to drink. At home, we see An Ning's grandpa and her mom. Grandpa brings mom a gold bracelet and his card and says, "I wanted to give all this to An Ning." He said that An Ning is getting married. Hao Qian's family is very rich. They don't need it, but we can't send An Ning to their house empty-handed. Whatever we have, we will give her. It will be better than giving nothing. If she has something of her own, her self-confidence will also remain. But mom says that you don't worry. I have prepared a dowry for An Ning. So Grandpa says, "Then it's even better. The more, the better. If Hao Qian's family tries to trouble her in the future, we will not let them do so. And Ning will have her own family who can support her. We will never leave her alone." Here, Hao Qian and An Ning were sitting and talking. Hao Qian says, "Should I tell you a story?" But An Ning says, "Don't sit here. Go to your room and sleep." Just then, Hao Qian's head starts to hurt. So An Ning gets worried for him. She's about to go get medicine for him, but Hao Qian says that I just need to rest. An Ning asks if he is remembering his memories again. She looks at his memories and goes back into his memory, where she sees the same scene again, where some boys are trying to rape a girl. Just then, Hao Qian comes there to save her. So those boys start beating him too. And Ning goes to that girl and tries to see her face, but when she sees her face, she is very shocked because it is her sister, An Yi. Seeing her in this condition, Ning starts crying while sitting there. Just then, Anyi looks at Hao Qian and says, "Hao Qian, I hate you!" She says this because she had come to this place because Hao Qian had called him, and all this happened to her. As soon as she sees this scene, Ning regains consciousness, and she starts to hate Hao Qian because of him. All this happened to her sister. Whatever Ning had just seen, he also remembered, so he himself was feeling very guilty and gets up and leaves from there. Seeing this, Yiming and Xiatian are surprised and come and ask Ning what happened to him. Why did he suddenly leave? But Ning also doesn't tell them anything and leaves from there herself. Then Ning comes to her sister's grave and is remembering her. And Hao Qian was also sitting in his house, very upset. Yiming comes to meet him, but he doesn't open the door. Uncle tells him, "I don't know what has happened to him since last night. Since he came, he has been sitting inside. He has also broken many things in the room. He is drinking a lot. I don't know what has happened to him." Yiming tries a lot to get the door opened, but Hao Qian doesn't give any response. The next day, Ning comes to the hotel and also resigns from her job. The head chef is very angry with her and explains to her, "You shouldn't give up on your dream." But she didn't want to work here anymore. Now she also requests them, "Please don't tell my mom and grandpa about this yet. I will tell them when the time is right." They ask her the reason for leaving the job, but Ning doesn't say anything. Then one day, Ning and Hao Qian meet, and Ning breaks up with him. When she comes home, she sees that Hao Qian's mom and dad have come there to talk about their marriage. But Ning tells them, "I can't marry Hao Qian." Hearing this, everyone is shocked. Mom asks her, "Whatever I said to you before, is it because of that?" So Ning says, "It's nothing like that." Her mom also asks her, "Why is she suddenly canceling the wedding?" Ning tells them, "I know that all of you will have problems because of this, for which I am sorry. But we have broken up, and now I don't want to do this wedding." Dad asks, "Did Hao Qian trouble her? If there is something like that, tell me. I will talk to him about this." But she says, "It's nothing like that. I think we are not perfect for each other." Saying this, she goes to her room from there. Yiming is trying to find out the reason for their breakup from Hao Qian, and Xiatian is also asking Ning the same thing. Why did they suddenly separate? They both love each other so much. The wedding date is also fixed. Then what suddenly happened that they broke up? But Ning doesn't answer any of her questions and closes her eyes and goes to sleep. Mom also tries to find out from Ning why she canceled the wedding. Mom says, "If something wrong has happened to you, tell me. I will support you." But she starts crying and can't tell them anything. Grandpa also gets very worried seeing this, and the next day he meets Hao Qian and talks to him and tries to find out what happened between them, that they suddenly ended their relationship. But Hao Qian is just repeatedly saying sorry to him and can't say anything. When William also comes to know about their breakup, he comes to her house to meet Ning. But Ning was behaving completely normal in front of him as if nothing had happened. He says, "I know no matter how much trouble you have, you always do this. You don't let anyone know, but I know you are not okay." That's why he offers Ning to work with him. She also agrees to go with him. On the other side, we see Hao Qian. He was also going to America with his dad for his operation, and he tells Yiming that maybe I will never come back. The next day, Hao Qian leaves for America. Their flight is the next morning, so he stays in a hotel for the night, and Ning is also staying in the same hotel with William. She has come to this hotel once before with Hao Qian when she had gone for the cooking competition. She is sitting near the wishing tree and remembering the moments spent with Hao Qian when it starts raining heavily. And Ning is about to leave from there when her foot slips. Just then, Hao Qian comes there and supports her. Then he also takes off his coat and gives it to her. Then Ning comes back to her room, but just then, she remembers that she forgot to return his coat. She goes to return it. Just then, Hao Qian's head starts to hurt badly and he faints. Ning sees that he also has a high fever, so she brings him to his room. William tells her, "You are also sick, so you go to your room and rest. I will take care of him." But she doesn't go. She herself sits there and takes care of Hao Qian. The next day, we see Ning's mom. She is missing Ning a lot. Just then, Ning comes back. Mom is surprised to see her. Ning tells them that I was missing you a lot, so I came back. Then we see Yiming, who had brought Yatian to introduce her to his dad. After talking to them, his dad also accepts their relationship. In the next scene, we see that Hao Qian is going somewhere in his car when he sees that Ning has drunk a lot somewhere and has fallen asleep there. So he takes her and drops her at her home. After he leaves, when Ning regains consciousness, Mom tells her, "He cares so much for you. Then why didn't you marry him? If there is some misunderstanding between you two, you should clear it." The next day, Ning comes to talk to Hao Qian about ending their relationship again. They are both talking when Ning looks into his eyes and goes into his memories. She is in her sister's school, where today is Hao Qian's first day. He sits on the seat behind Anyi, and Anyi was looking at him again and again. It seemed as if she liked Hao Qian. Then when Anyi is in the playground, a basketball was about to hit her, but just then, Hao Qian comes and catches it, and also says sorry to her. After he leaves, Anyi is still looking at him very closely. Some bad boys who were looking at Anyi understand that she likes Hao Qian. Hao Qian is going home from school when he sees An Ning in front of him. She couldn't see, so she was going somewhere with the help of a stick. Just then, a person takes her bag and runs away. Due to the bag being snatched, An Ning falls, due to which she gets an injury on her head. Seeing this, Hao Qian comes out and helps her. Then he takes her to the hospital for her bandage. On the way, An Ning tells him, "Uncle, thank you for helping me." So he says, "I am not an uncle." An Ning says, "I can't see, but from your voice I can tell that your age must be 40 plus. An Ning herself was smiling hearing her own words. Hao Qian brings her to the hospital and gets her bandage done. An Ning also treats him to ice cream for helping her. Then Hao Qian comes home and asks his uncle to find out about the person who had snatched An Ning's bag today. Oh, he was helping a strange girl so much. Seeing this, An Ning also feels very good. The next day when Hao Qian goes to school, he sees that some bad boys from the school are troubling An Yi, so he goes there and helps her. Then when he comes to his class, he gets a message from An Ning in his notebook on which it was written, "I will come to meet you at 5:30 in the evening in the park behind the school. You must come. I have to talk to you about something important." And a similar notice was also received by Annie and Hao Qian's name, but neither of them had given any note to each other. All this work was of those bad boys. And Ning understands this and starts telling Hao Qian not to go there, but she was only in his memories, so Hao Qian was not listening to her. When Hao Qian reaches there, Annie had already been raped, and she was thinking that Hao Qian had called her here, and because of him, all this happened. After that, Annie had committed suicide. All these memories had come back in Hao Qian's mind, and An Ning had also come to know the whole truth, but even after this, she did not come back from his memory. That's why Hao Qian gets worried and takes her to the hospital. The doctor tells him that her condition is very serious. Because they didn't understand what had happened to An Ning. Mom and Grandpa also go there. They are also very angry with Hao Qian because when An Ning went to meet him, she was completely fine, and suddenly her condition became so serious. Hao Qian tells them, "An Ning's condition is like this because she has gone into my memories, and she has found out that I am the reason for Anyi's death. I and Anyi were classmates." After this, he tells them the whole story that An Ning had just seen in his memories. Hearing this, Mom gets even more angry, and she starts crying. "Why did both my daughters meet you? Anyi died, and now An Ning has also reached this condition." Hao Qian requests them, "I am ready for whatever punishment you give me, but until she gets well, let me stay with her." Then we see An Ning, who is still wandering in his memories. Grandpa is explaining to Mom, "Don't worry, she loves to sleep a lot. When her sleep is complete, she will wake up." Mom hugs them and starts crying. Just then, Yiming and Xiatian come to them and explain to them that Hao Qian and An Ning love each other very much. We all know An Ning's condition, but Hao Qian's condition is also not good. Please let him stay with An Ning. If you separate him from An Ning will also not be able to stay happy. Then we see Hao Qian, who also leaves his company because he had to stay with An Ning to take care of her. Hearing such big news, Mom and Grandpa are also surprised and give him a chance to stay with An Ning. Hao Qian promises Mom, "Whenever An Ning regains consciousness, I will marry her, and until she gets well, I will take care of her." After this, he starts living with An Ning in the hospital, and he used to spend all his time just taking care of her, and he used to talk to her. And An Ning, who had not yet come back from his memory, was also standing there, listening to his words. Their marriage date arrives, so Hao Qian gets her hospital room decorated very well. Then, with the permission of Mom and Grandpa, he marries An Ning. In this way, a lot of time passes. One day, An Ning's condition gets even worse. All the doctors go and see her. An Ning was also trying to come back from his memory, but she couldn't. The doctor says that her condition is not good. Her family and Hao Qian all get very worried for An Ning, because even after trying a lot, she was not regaining consciousness. Then Hao Qian goes to Anyi's grave. He tells her, "I have found out about the people who forced you to commit suicide, and they have also got punishment for their mistake." He also tells about An Ning, that her condition is very serious. "I am trying my best to save her, but nothing is helping." Saying this, he starts crying. Then he takes An Ning abroad for her treatment. Everyone comes to the airport to say bye to them. An Ning is still in the memory. Just then, she sees her sister and Hao Qian there. Everyone else there stops, but Anai comes and starts talking to her. An Ning tells her, "The letter you got was not given by Hao Qian. It was given to you by those bad boys from your school, so stop hating him. It's not his fault." Annie says, "I know everything now. Now you also forget all this and move on in your life." Saying this, she disappears from there. Here at the airport, Hao Qian is taking An Ning when her bracelet opens and falls, so he looks at it. And just then, An Ning opens her eyes, meaning she had come back from her memory. Seeing this, he is very happy and surprised. And Ning stands up and hugs him. All the people who had come there are very happy for them. Hao Qian kisses her, and then they both come back to their house, and their family has lunch together. In the last scene, An Ning and Hao Qian both come to her dad's grave. And Ning tells her dad, "I have found my Prince Charming, and he loves me very much. And now, I have also become a chef." Hao Qian holds her hand and says, "I will take care of An Ning just like you used to. Now this is my responsibility." Then An Ning also talks to her sister and tells her, "Look, I am going to marry this stupid person. I know you will be very happy for me." Then we see these two couples together, who were enjoying themselves a lot. With this, the drama has a happy ending.